project began when my classmate Ina asked if I was interested in making a movie for her mom, Gina. Gina Vitali Serja designs and sells her own jewelry in her boutique, Fair Portia, located in historic downtown Olympia. After an initial check-in through email, we met at her store on April 22nd. At this first meeting, we discussed her vision for the project. Instead of a promotional video for her store, she had the idea to shoot a conversation about local artists and their role in the economy. The conversation would be between several of Gina's friends, local artists, store owners, and consumers. After taking notes and making some suggestions, we set up another meeting so that I could shoot B-roll of her store. B-roll is footage that can be overlaid with the audio from another shot or a voiceover. For this shoot, I focused on the jewelry and the ambience of the store. After shooting B-roll, we decided to go right in and tape an intro to the conversation with Gina.
In Olympia,
Gina was amazing when it came to speaking in front of the camera. I got it all in one take, and we were able to have a second meeting about what to do next. We plan to have the conversation take place in the week after Mother's Day to accommodate the other participants' traveling schedules. However, the deadline for this project was fast approaching, so we decided to have a backup project in the event that the conversation didn't pan out.
My idea for this is Martha Stewart.
The idea was to shoot a quick how-to video in which Gina would show viewers how to make a simple jewelry piece using the techniques she employs at Fair Portia. A couple days later, I went back downtown to shoot at Fair Portia, but at that point, I was really getting nervous about the deadline.
So I'm kind of stressed out because deadline's approaching, May 22nd. Need to get the little conversation thing still shot and edited and produced and all that. I'm just slightly worried. Okay.
When we finally got shooting underway, it was a little less easy for Gina to talk to the camera and make something at the same time, but we got it done in less than an hour.
That's what I was trying to tell you.
After shooting, it was time for the capture process.
Okay, so this shoot went pretty well. We got a lot of good footage. So you can see, this is the capture process where you take all the footage from the camera and then you put it onto the computer so you can edit it later. So this has taken most of my class time since 11:25. It's now 1 o'clock. It's a long process.
The next day, Thursday the 14th, I was ready to edit, but I was also running out of time.
So I have all my footage in the computer and now I have to edit it all, but I'm really freaked out because it looks like the art conversation is not going to happen because all the people she wanted lined up in there are not going to be available, and so I don't know what I'm going to do. We have the how-to video, but it's way less interesting. I really don't have a direction. Really freaking out. So I'll come back to you in a few minutes.
Allergic reaction.
I realized then that the conversation shoot was looking really unlikely. I kept working, but eventually I had to resign myself to the reality of my situation.
So I've been working, and I sort of have a direction now, which makes me happy. I'm just gonna edit the how-to together and as best I can, just keep plowing on, because you know that's what it's all about. Troubles spring up and people can't make it, time, schedules, stuff happens. Stuff happens, that's the bottom line, and you just have to plow through and make something from nothing. So that's what I'm going to do. Alright.
So I didn't get to make the art conversation by the project deadline, but you know, that's alright. I had fun, and I got some free jewelry. And even though it didn't go according to plan,
too blue to you. The mic died.
Jackie, at least look like you're working.
This is going to be the ugliest thing I've ever made in my life.
I'm going to die.
I don't understand.
Gina still likes my work and is very excited about working with me in the future. And I think that's the best part.
I I hope you enjoyed this look into the journey of making a video. I hope you liked watching all of my trials and tribulations. I worked really hard on this, so let's all watch it now.
Click on one of the buttons.
Okay, hi Martha. Hi everybody at Martha Stewart Omni Media. My name is Gina Vitale Serja. I own Portia, and that is a jewelry design company in Olympia, Washington. And I would love to share with your viewers one of the crafts that I have created, which is easy, fun, inspiring, and I think your viewers would get a lot of pleasure out of all of the different things that it can become. And what it is it's a very simple technique using wire, crystals, and just your hands. There are no tools involved, and I'm just going to show you a brief demonstration. It'll be less than about 4 minutes long. And I start with two lengths of wire. This is 24 gauge, but your viewers can use any gauge of wire. When you're learning this in the beginning, it's best to start with a heavier gauge. It's like a 24 gauge. And this is about 16 inches in length. And you're going to have two pieces and you're going to fold it in half. What this is eventually going to become is a rose that is a three-dimensional wildflower that you can wear as a pin, you can wear it as a hair ornament, and you can also wear it for brides. Really enjoy this. And so what I'm doing is I'm taking this wire and I'm folding it in half. And as you can see, I have a very thin pad with two pins in it, and you're going to take your folded wire and you're going to wrap it around the pin. You're going to do that with the other side. And we're going to do an incredibly simple bobbin lace. Now, bobbin lace technique is usually done with thread, but when you do it with wire, it holds a wonderful shape and it's very easy to work with. So we're going to do what's called twist, twist, cross. It's incredibly easy, and you're going to twist the left over the right, and then you're going to do the same thing on the other side. You're going to twist the left over the right, and then you're going to cross the right over the center. So this won't look like anything until your third stitch. Just repeat that. Left over right, left over right, and then right over left, and that's your cross. So twisting left over right, left over right, right over left, and then you're going to just leave a little bit of the end, I would say between an inch and an inch and a half. And you can see that this is dimensional because it's wire. It holds its shape. Once we're here, we're going to take the pins out. Okay, so once you have your very basic bobbin lace, this has no beads on it whatsoever. And what we're going to do is we're going to combine it with another, anything you want. Actually, you can get very creative, but for the sake of this particular project, we're going to take a ribbon. This is actually a sterling silver ribbon, even though it's gold. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the bobbin lace that we just created and about 6 inches of this sterling ribbon, and we're going to actually roll it up together. And it will give us a chance to see how this transforms into a flower. And as you just take the two together, you're going to put the one on top of the other and continue to roll it up like you would roll a sleeping bag. Continue on. Okay, so now you can see that we have a small wildflower blossom, and it is completely three-dimensional and completely held together. This you can take and hang on a pendant or put in a hair ornament. And once you master this beginning technique, you can add crystals, you can have different colors, you can take different pieces of crocheted elements together and then bob and lace those and create wonderful dimensional pieces that can become hair ornaments. They can become bracelet adornments. They can also be pins that weigh very little, and brides appreciate them. Mother's Day is a nice time to give one of these handmade items. And so I just wanted to share this with you and show you how easy it is to make a one-of-a-kind, three-dimensional wildflower out of a simple bobbin lace technique and just your hands.